So she's walking like God bless you, little girl, maybe it's like her third grade. And she and it's grown huge. I mean, like elastic. It's like floating out. And she just and she slips it right back in and we're both like and I'm all and he goes, welcome to the elevator now. I was like, yes. Oh my God. It was so awesome. That music scares me. As a little girl, I'm like, really? Come on, man.
Those morning rides to school must be very intense.
Right? And right. Check, 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 check. All right, 1, 2. That's a little hot. Why is it get? It's 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Hearing me loud and clear. And knock, what's going on, man? We all need the rain, that's right. Cameron's ready. Hey, Becky, good evening, Hope. Hey, Daniel, good evening, Patricia. Hi, Thomas. Patricia comes along, we won't see it. Yeah, you know, that is the truth, you know, all too often. I did, Luis, thank you so much. Yeah, there you go. David, so much mold in SA that I took out a loaf of bread and made penicillin. Yeah, you know, we went up about double from what we had yesterday. So we're like 2,000 today, over 4,000. Happy Wednesday night. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Blessings to you and yours. Yeah, and so mold was the big story. With that dampness in the air, and mold, remember, is our year-round pollen. We have mold every day of the year. There's no mold season like mountain cedar or ragweed or oak. Molds are all year long, and today was a little bit heavier. I expect it to go down tomorrow, although the air is pretty damp. It probably stays heavy, but hopefully drops from 4,000. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday night? It was another warm day, a little more humid today. You definitely felt the increase in Gulf humidity as we only hit 9, I say only. We should be stopping at 86. 86 is the average high on May, what is it, 15th, I was gonna say. And instead we go to 92. Yesterday, 94. The difference of that 2 degrees had to do with the added humidity. Added humidity. So what'll happen is when the air gets a little bit more moisture, it cannot heat up as much. Okay, so moist air doesn't hold as much heat as dry air. And yesterday we hit 94 because the air was a little bit drier. Dew points were in the 50s. Today they went right back up into the mid 60s and we stopped at 92, but it felt like 94 to 95 this afternoon. So the heat index is the difference, because yesterday the feels like was only 90 or 91 with the temperature at 94, because drier air's a little more comfortable. All right, read the Medina Lake's only 19 feet above dead pool status. Wow. 19 feet above dead pool status. I've never heard that before, Ken. That's interesting. I know that it's at 2.7% full. How bad, Bill, is the rain going to get, sir? Michelle, I don't know that it's going to be too bad. The setup is there, but we're going to take a look at what the models are thinking. No sound. Is everybody hearing me? Can you check that, Luke? Just going to make sure. Hey, Gene. Yeah, so what's going on is we've got, first, increasing dew points. Take a look at this. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. You can, Joe. Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, Luis says, okay, might be something you've got to check, Patricia, on your end. Seems like we're okay on this end. So you see what the dew points are doing tomorrow? We're going up from where we are now. So the mid and high level clouds showing you that Pacific moisture came in. Now the low level moisture is increasing. Tomorrow's dew points climb into the 70s. Good fuel, okay? But so far, the rain has been way west and north. It's been up in the Texas Panhandle, where had some severe thunderstorms roll through Lubbock and Amarillo this afternoon. Now it's more like northern Oklahoma. And our radar is clear. So next several hours stay clear, as skies will be mostly cloudy, temperatures mid 70s. Thank you guys. Thank you, Susan. Oh, good, Patricia. Awesome. But let me just show you the next system. Now, first thing you'll see is the increasing cloud cover we experienced today, mid and upper levels with good Pacific moisture streaming in there. You can see it on the water vapor imagery. Plenty of moisture, storms exploding across the Panhandle. There's that severe weather. Watch those, boom. Once we hit that convective temperature this afternoon, watch it right, boom, right over Lubbock. Now, as we pull this out a little bit and show you areas west, you can see the area of low pressure beginning to dig in over the Baja. See that dry slot? Okay, that's the trough. That's an elongated area of low pressure, and that's going to be ejecting out to the east and moving across Texas. I haven't, Gene. I mean, recently, lately, yes and no. We went there, gosh, about, I don't know how long ago. It's too long, if I have to think that long on it, right? Thank you, Camille. I appreciate that. Mild nights. Yeah, Gene, it's not going too soon. Eric wants to know, this evening is great. What do you do for schools? We're going to have bad weather tomorrow. Oh, it's great what you do for schools. Thank you. Yeah, I love doing it. No, I don't think so. I mean, we have a 1 out of 5 risk, so the severe threat has decreased. But as that low moves into Texas, digs in over El Paso, here comes our chance of rain. Now the models, okay, they backed off any rain developing tonight, saving it all for tomorrow morning. Early indications were that we'd see a couple of Rio Grande storms, and those did not materialize. They weren't expected to make it to San Antonio, but this is pretty widespread. Look at that amount of rain up until, gosh, midday, and then it thins out in the afternoon for us. But then it really increases across the hill country and the Austin area from, let's say, Sonora east to Austin. Some pretty heavy rain in the evening hours. So if you've got an evening trip planned to Austin, heads up. And then we go into Thursday, 8 p.m., this time tomorrow night, and you can see it all kind of shifts to the east. Now, last night, the data was showing an overnight line developing that we'd have to really keep our eyes on. But now that's been greatly reduced too, and you can see a line does form. Okay, there we go, a little bit more down south at Pleasanton, Jourdanton, Campbellton at 5 a.m. Friday. And then big rains southeast through mid-morning to midday Friday as we clear out. Look at that. We'll get mostly sunny skies, maybe 90 on Friday's high, with some Friday evening showers out west. Interesting. All right, so this is the graph. Let's go in and check the HRRR. Cutting grass mid-morning when clouds rolled in, felt good, right, Hanak? Yeah, you get a little bit cooler, but it was humid. No, mosquitoes are bad, Susan. Yeah. Nothing to worry about in Del Rio, but definitely a chance tomorrow. Again, we're looking at the graph. Let's look at it again. A couple of scattered showers up until midday tomorrow. Then it thins out and is more active to the north, and then later tomorrow, the south. So San Antonio not seeing much according to the graph model. Let's go over to the, well, I thought that was the graph. Oh, okay, that was the HRRR there. I know what I did. Now let's take a look at the graph. So, see, the graph has the storms out west right now, and that never materialized. So our confidence is a little bit lower in this model since it missed this forecast. Yeah, right, with the breeze, Gene, good southeast wind, that's what picked up the humidity. It's possible, Ashley, but not probable. The severe threat has decreased. So they match up perfectly with the widely scattered light to moderate rain early tomorrow, thinning out in the afternoon, and then keeping things north and south. Boy, the models line up right with each other. Look at that. Even though it missed on that early stuff, we can have confidence in it when it matches up with the other. That puts more confidence in the forecast. Okay. So I'm not going to adjust rain chances. Patricia, me and my daughter and grandchildren got caught in that storm last Thursday really bad. Oh man, hope you stayed safe. So no big storms. It doesn't look like it. Now I can show you that the Severe Prediction Center yesterday had us in a level 2 risk for about half of Bexar County, stretching up through Bandera and spots to our northwest. Today it was redrawn, and that level 2 risk was pushed farther north. And now we're in just a level 1 risk for an isolated severe hailstorm Thursday. But again, probability is not very high. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't say low. I'm going with 40% mainly on that light rain that you saw, those showers. And a thunderstorm is going to be possible in the afternoon. You can't rule it out, even though we looked at the data and didn't show anything in San Antonio. We're definitely we're in the setup. We've got the humidity, and a couple triggers will be in the area. Did you know that dolphins are so smart, within a few weeks of captivity, they can train people to stand on the very edge of the pool and throw them fish? I know, it's amazing, right? Wow, Patricia, yeah, that's scary. But that's just a computer model. Exactly, Gene. You know, I mean, it's a forecast, and they're pretty reliable. Those are the two most reliable that we looked at tonight. So the rain chance into Friday morning, still only 30%. So we're never going to get greater than 50% on this, which means the probability is better that we completely stay dry through the next 48 hours. We're dry over the weekend, no chance of rain, but heat is the story. I mean, again, 86, the average high. We're going into the mid-90s, and look at next Wednesday, flirting with 100. Only a few ticks away from our first 100 of the season, which would be crazy early. Take a look at some of the climatology for our city. Average first triple-digit day is June 30th, end of next month. Last summer, which was a very hot summer, we were at the first 100 at June 16th. Still a month away. Still a month away. And we're going to be flirting with it next week. Something to keep in mind, right? Prone to have some sort of error? No, not prone. I would say possible, because it's not perfect. Yeah, right, 97. Yep. Tell us about Dripping Springs. We have a wedding. Dripping Springs. Let's take a look-see at what you're thinking about Dripping Springs. Because I think you could be seeing some rain. Because honestly, it's a better chance up I-35 than here. That is for sure. That is for sure. I would look at probably 3 o'clock. You know, I can think that, you know, scattered rain early, but by say 3 or 4 p.m. you're going to be under the chance, pretty good chance of showers and thunderstorms. Much better chance there than here. Gene, you got a great point. I mean, the Earth, climate change is something you can't argue with. It's you can't. The climate changes. I mean, it's, you know, what is arguable is how much influence we have on this planet. Because remember, we occupy less than 30% of this rock that's being hurled around the sun right now. I had a geologist put it this way, and it was a great analogy. We're like ants on a bowling ball. There's a lot of us, but we really can't do much to it. And there's a lot of truth in that statement. To fight climate change and to end, it's not going to end. You can't expect us to stop anything the planet is doing. So we can reduce emissions and clean the air, absolutely. And would that help? Maybe a little bit, but globally, I don't see it affecting it too much, to be honest with you. I haven't seen it work yet. And remember, this planet has undergone much bigger climate extremes than what we've talked about in the last 100 years. And by the way, all of what we're talking about is based on less than 200 years of data. And I'm rounding up to 200 years of data. How old's the planet Earth? Yeah, exactly. So to assume everything off of 200 years of, we don't have enough research to conclude man-made global warming. We just don't have enough research to qualify that. Again, we're not even dealing with 200 years of research on a planet that's at minimum thousands of years old, because that's debatable too. Anyway. No, Grace, not tonight. Not overnight. Showers by morning is about the biggest chance. Showers by morning. Yes, tomorrow morning, Carolyn, I think is our best chance, and then it's going to be hit and miss storms throughout the afternoon, but as you can see, the chances are not better than 40%. Love y'all. God bless you guys on this Wednesday night. Make it a good one, and we'll see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.